Welcome back, everybody. My name is Ben. I'm totally bad at gaming. In the last episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, we were sent back to the spring where we had first encountered the Twilight. Midna was back here after we had left Hyrule Castle, so I suppose we should get right into it. So, what's next? Did you think I'd disappeared? Listen, there's another thing I forgot to tell you. Don't think you can just run off and save your friends, because you can't. Just beyond that bridge, the land is covered in twilight. Last time, a shadow beast pulled you through the curtain of twilight. But if you want to go that way this time, you'll need the cooperation of someone from the Twilight, like me. So you really have no choice but to do what I say. Saving your friends and all that? Well, that'll depend on your actions. Because you never can trust words, you know. Right now I want a sword and shield that'll suit me. You understand me, don't you? So what do you plan to do? While you're dawdling, the twilight continues to expand. Come on, hurry up. Alright, so it looks like we have to go on a little bit of a side quest in order to get Midna a sword and shield. The twilight's continuing to expand over the bridge, so in order to continue, we ought to go back to the village and see if we can't find a sword and shield that Midna could use. Last episodes, we didn't necessarily get to understand what the enemy types are. The type we just fought there is called a Bublin, I believe. And they're a common enemy type amongst a lot of Legend of Zelda titles. However, in every title, they seem to take on a different shape. And that's typically because the different art directions that they tend to go. But in order to continue on here, we ought to get rid of the monsters just to make sure that that the people in the village are pretty safe. And enemies will drop hearts and rupees and all sorts of other things. Since we're in our wolf form, we can't into our house, so let's go this way. Wait! Thank you for taking care of those bad guys. They made both the village and the forest a mess. They kidnapped the village children, but I know, you're not one of them. I can tell because you smell like the trees of Ordon. If you run into any trouble, try talking to the animals. We animals understand one another, so you'll be alright. So, in order to progress further, we ought to talk to the animals when we get into the village. Oh, how did it come to this? The children, please say nothing's happened. Please forgive your good-for-nothing father. Alright, so it looks like the town is taking it pretty hard that the children have disappeared. For a lot of people, I imagine that would be pretty rough. In order to figure out where we're supposed to go, we ought to find the animals and see if they can inform us. Oh, about the shield. Hey, not so loud. Okay, so it looks like the village people are actually talking about that right now. So in order to listen in on what they have to say, we should get relatively close. So that shield is still in your house, right? Yeah, it should be in our storage loft. Good, go grab it, quick as you can. Russell got wounded pretty bad, so he can't search for kids. I'll take over for him. But Russell had a sword, Mayor, and he still got hurt. If you're unarmed, you're done for. I'll be fine. The sword we're going to present to the royal family should be at Russell's house. Oh yeah, alright. I understand, Mayor. I'll hurry up and get that shield. You just wait here. No good. Run. That's not a bad bit of information you heard, huh? Look at that open window. This village is full of idiots. So, we should jump up there, but from where? Alright, so it looks like the shield is going to be at this house here. If we go around this way, we should be able to jump up there with no problem. Monster! You've returned for more, haven't you? My daughter, return her! And take this! Alright, so it looks like the bird's gonna come after if we don't get out of the way. And we see the cat ran up to us, so let's go ahead and talk to her. Were you attacked by that hawk? You're no match for him. I'm sorry, that person calling the hawk is my master's husband. You could sneak up from behind and scare him, meow. Alright, so it looks like we get up there and scare him down in order to be able to get up to the house. So let's follow Midna. Come on, let's get up on the roof from here and scare that guy. Look at him posing like he's all important. Wait until he sees us. Alright, so the thing I like about Midna is she's not exactly Captain Obvious. In some of the Zelda games, the companion you have to guide you is pretty like a lot of Captain Obvious, especially in Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword, the companion Fee tends to be the all-knowing of the obvious. And that's what I like about this game, is that Midna is not exactly the worst companion. So, in order to get the shield, we can see that it's up there on the loft. Found it. Alright. It usually takes me a bit to get up there in order to get the shield down. You have to stand on the very edge of the table, and we got the Ordon shield and can use Z to defend ourselves with it. Since it's made of wood, it'll burn really easily. It looks kinda cheap. Alright then, next is a sword. Hurry up and get one. Alright, so we heard that there is a sword at Russell's house, so let's go ahead and jump out the window. What was that sound? The children could not have returned, could they? I must go out and search one last time. You get inside the house. I've placed a sword that was to be our gift to Hyrule on the couch. If the mayor comes for it, please give it to him. But darling, your injuries... Alright, so it looks like we have to go to Russell's house in order to get the sword. So, let's go ahead and go this way here. And so we can't sneak past there and get in there. In order to get into the house, we're going to have to use our senses. And we can see that we can get into the house by digging here. Alright, so here's the sword. It's the Ordon sword, the sword crafted by Russell, the best swordsman in Ordon, as a tribute to the royal family. Alright, so now you have a sword. Looks like you can actually be useful when you concentrate. Alright, no more detours. I'm going to take you back to the Twilight. Go back to the woods where you first transformed into that shape. Alright, so now we can actually make some headway in our mission. Alright, so in order to get back to the place we turned into this, we have to go through Faron Woods. And the nice thing about the game is that you can actually dash to run. It's not actually a very long way, so we'll just go ahead and go. Alright, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of enemies to really pass in order to get to Faron Woods. Wait! Come to my spring. You have been transformed by the power of shadow. Come to me. Beware, a shadow being, it approaches. Alright, so these shadow beasts are a key enemy in this game. They steal the light from the light realm and turn the place into Twilight. O brave youth. I am one of the 4 light spirits that protect Hyrule at the behest of the gods. I am Ordana. The black beast you slayed was a shadow being. It had come to seize the power of light I wield. My brethren in Hyrule have already had their light stolen by these foul beasts. The entire kingdom has been reduced to a netherworld, ruined by the cursed power of darkness. The blight will not stop with Hyrule. Before long, the entire world of light will fall into the hands of the king who rules the Twilight. To save this land from the King of Twilight, the lost light must be recovered. The 3 light spirits who have lost their light must be revived. There is but one who can revive them and redeem this land. You. You still have not discovered your true power. Those transformed by Twilight usually cannot recover their original forms. Unless, if you were to return to Faron Woods where you were been transformed, if you were to revive the light spirit. There, by the power of the light, you may find the means to regain your other state of being. Alright, so it looks like there's hope to regain our previous form. Let's go ahead and leave the spring and go to Faron Woods, because if we return the light to Faron Woods, we might be able to get our original form back, and that would be quite pleasant. Hey, look! The Faron Woods that you know so well, they're now covered in twilight. You might not be able to come back here, but do you still want to go? Yeah, of course we do. That's in order to progress in our mission. So these are the weapons you use in your world. You really think this thing can slay the creatures of Twilight? Well, I won't use these, but I'll hang on to them for you. Alright, a promise is a promise. I trust you enough to help. In exchange for my help, though, you need to gather some things for me. Look, I can't tell you the details now, but it'll be easy, trust me. But enough about that. Do you hear that noise? It's the lamentation of the spirit that had its light stolen. Where in the world could it be? Better get going, don't you think? Don't blame me for your world's fate if you just don't hurry up and find that light. Come on, snap to it. Alright, so Midna tends to be a bit bossy, as we can tell from the fact that she's going to hang on to the sword and shield for us. We might just be getting our form back. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be fighting some shadow beasts. As I said before, they're pretty key into this in this story. Aw, we're penned in again. Pfft, you think who do they think they're dealing with? No need to take these little pests on one at a time, right? You can take them all at once. So, you can handle this by yourself, can't you? Good luck, bye. Alright, so it looks like she took off without us, so let's go ahead and see if we can't get these guys to fall down. Alright, so it looks like if we don't destroy them all at once, then they're gonna end up just getting back up. What's the holdup? If you leave the last one alive, it's just going to shriek to bring the others back. Listen, let me help you out here. Just move like I tell you. You can hold down B, and I'll expand an energy field, enclose all your enemies within it, and release the button. Alright, so if we hold down B, we can snap to all of them. Alright, so it was pretty easy to get them to fall down. So let's go ahead and search for that light spirit. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be in the spring. So let's go ahead and walk up to it and see what we can find out. Please, be careful. These woods have changed. The dark Dark clouds of dusk cover this land. The drape of shadows is called Twilight. In this twilight, those who live in the light become as spirits. It is a place where the dark ones and evil creatures dwell. I am a spirit of light. Blue-eyed beast. Look for my light. Retrieve the light stolen by the dark beasts and keep it in this vessel. Alright, so we got the light vessel. We can collect the tears of light to restore the light to this area. As I said, once we fill it up, we can dispel the twilight, and the light spirit should be restored. In the shadows of twilight, the dark insects are as invisible as normal beings are here. Let me use the last of my power to reveal the locations of the dark insects that consume the light. Alright, as we can see from the map, they're just about everywhere here in Faron Woods, so we can go ahead and exit out of that. Find the insects of darkness. The dark insects, they are the form taken by evil once it is latched onto our sacred scattered light. Alright, so in order to restore this light spirit's power, we have to find the Tears of Twilight and stick them in the vessel. As we can see here, there's some electricity going on. That's to indicate that the insects are close. Let's go ahead and destroy the Shadow Baba, which is the dark form of Deku Babas. So if we turn on our senses, we can see that these insects are here, and if they emit these blue tears of light, you can see them without the senses on. And the first two are just here in this tunnel. Let's just go ahead and pass these guys up. The next two, or there's one, but in order to, we don't really need to get past this gate right now. As we can see on the mini-map, the insects, the Tears of Light, are indicated by the white dots. And if we take a look around here, you know, there's not a... there's one right there. Let's go ahead and knock him off the wall. Go ahead and attack him. Alright, and anytime we come across these insects, they're going to be, the way that we destroy them is going to be very, very similar. The other dark insects would be in this house here, and the only way to really know that is to look at the mini-map and punch yourself in front of it. Looks like we can get in there. Alright, she doesn't really have much to say in regards to how to get into the house. So if we just come down here, we can see that there is a spirit here. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say. What's with these bugs? Those things aren't normal. They're so big, so weird, so creepy. Come on, get away, bugs. Shoo, get out of here. Alright, so as we can see, these bugs are kind of terrifying him. They're invisible in the Twilight realm. What? They just died. Oh boy, I have no idea what's going on here. Alright, so since we're invisible to the beings who dwell in the light in our beast form, it seems that, you know, the insects would have just seemed to have just died at random, basically. And so what we can do is we can just continue on here, since there's no more in this area, and go ahead and go under this fence, since it's locked up. And since we have our senses on, we can go ahead and see that there are two insects here. Alright. And these dark insects don't drop anything aside from the tears of light, so we can just we don't really have to worry about a whole lot. Alright, there's nothing really important in here in this tunnel, so let's just go ahead and run straight through it. We could fight the enemies if we were hurting for cash or something, but I don't really see a need to do so. Just run right past them. Alright, so in the last couple trial runs, I always seem to miss these guys, so let's go ahead and get them now. Um, they are... These particular ones seem to like the idea of flying. If you get hit, you do, your senses are turned off as a result, and so in order to keep that from happening, we should just dodge any attacks that happen. But since and it looks like there's a mist that covers the bottom of the forest, so let's see. I knew it. From the look of it, I don't think we're going to get through here too easily. So, what now? Alright, so in order to really trigger the possibility of jumping from things to in this particular area, let's cross over there. You do have to run into the mist in order to trigger that to happen. Otherwise, it's just gonna not happen. Alright, so if we just jump right over here, there's some more insects right here. Let's go ahead and destroy them and get those tears of light. There's one more. Alright, and these insects die with just one hit. And it's pretty easy to get through them all. Let's go ahead and continue on our way, avoiding shadow babas and everything else. It's usually pretty easy to avoid those guys. It's really just about tapping the button at the right time. So let's go ahead and continue on our way. Alright, so those ones have burrowed into the ground. Let's go ahead and see if we can't find their shadows. Alright, so now that they're out, we can go ahead and attack them. Alright, come on, you little bugger. Alright, so where did he go? There it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack him. Alright, let's not miss. Alright, there we go. So now that those two have been destroyed, we can get the Tears of Light. I'm not sure where the other one went, if there was one. Okay, so we have two left. Those are at the end of the forest, so we'll go ahead and continue on. Alright. Alright, so it looks like we have to fight some more shadow beasts. It should be easy enough since we got that technique from Midna. Alright, so it's, that was not too bad. Let's go ahead and continue on through the forest and, find those last two insects. They would be at the top of this hill here, where we rescued Talo from the, I think bokoblins are what they're called. Let's go ahead and destroy them. Someone helped me? Boy, lucky for me, ever since the boss went funny in the head, there have been scary monsters everywhere. Those village kids got led through the woods for some reason. This whole forest is weird now. What's happened? Alright, so according to that monkey, we are, the kids have led through the woods, so this is a good place to start our search for them. And now that we've completed the Vessel of Light, we can return to the spring. Okay, and light has been returned to the forest. Aw, but it was so nice here in the twilight. What's so great about a world of light anyway? See you later. My name is Faron. I am one of the spirits of light who dwell in Hyrule. I use the life force of the gods to protect this forest. Oh, brave youth. In the land covered in twilight, where people roam as spirits, you were transformed into a blue-eyed beast. That was a sign. It was a sign that the powers of the Chosen One rest within you, and they are awakening. Look at your awakened form. The green tunic that is your garb once belonged to the ancient hero chosen by the gods. His power is yours. His is the true powers that slept within you. Your name is Link. You're the hero chosen by the gods. Brave Link. A dark power rests in the temple deep within these woods. It is a forbidden power. Long, long ago, I and the other spirits of light locked it away. Because of its nature, it is a power that should never be touched by any who dwell in the light. But this world weeps beneath a mantle of shadows, and so there is no choice. You must match the power of the King of Shadows. If you would seek this forbidden power, then proceed to the temple in the forest depths. Well, well, you're the chosen hero and all that, huh? So that's why you turned into that beast. What a shame. I mean, maybe you'd rather just wander as a spirit, just like the rest of them, totally unaware of what was happening for all eternity, right? So what do you want to do? Do you want to head to that temple? Well, isn't that convenient? I was about to head there myself. Hey, look, you want to help your friends, right? The way I see it, maybe they're in that temple waiting for you to rescue them. Well, good luck, Mr. Important Hero. See you later. Alright, so it looks like we have to go to the forest temple down in the depths of the forest. So that should do it for this episode of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. We'll be venturing towards the temple in the next episode. So see you guys on the next one.